Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Elenna and I'm going to guide you through some yoga today. I've had a request for a little bit of a shorter class. So today's series is going to be a little bit shorter in length, but I promise we're still going to get some good intensity. I've also had a request for some lower body stuff. So you can thank my husband for today's series. The other day, I thought I heard my voice in the other room and I went in and he was doing the kids' class. So know that you're welcome to try that if you like. He wanted something a little bit shorter. This will kind of be a happy medium. I know a lot of people right now are going out and walking a lot, which is fantastic given the state of affairs of the world right now, but we're using our feet sometimes in a little bit of a different way. So we're gonna work on the feet, we're gonna work on the ankles and the low body. So before we begin, I want you to make sure you have some towels or some blankets that are within arm's reach. We're going to use them as props. Take a moment if you need to hit pause, come on back when you've got them, and then when you're ready, just settling into your space. I want you to close down your eyes and just start to settle into your body and connect to your breath. Taking some time here to just notice how you feel. Quieting, emptying the mind. Maybe setting an intention today. Choosing a word, choosing a mantra. Maybe even dedicating your practice to someone else. Whatever feels right, whatever feels good for you. Taking a snapshot of how you feel right now. Beautiful. Let's begin. We're going to start today with an ankle stretch. So we're going to come to a kneel down position. So the feet are together and we're just going to sit back onto the heels. For some of you, this might be really intense. Totally okay. We've got that towel, we've got that blanket. You can place it in between the knees if you need, underneath, giving you some cushion there. You can also place it underneath the feet if it feels good. I really want you to honor where you're at. Today, we aren't going to be in these first few postures for terribly long because they can be fairly intense. I want you to take a look and just notice what feels good, adjusting here, keeping the heart, the chest up, and just closing down the eyes for a few breaths. Noticing here where you're holding tension, maybe in the upper body. Settling into stillness. Working into the feet, into the ankles, keeping the chest up. Making any adjustments that you need. And you have options here, eventually progressing to have the hands on the thighs or on the knees. And if it feels good to you, if it feels right to you, lifting the knees up, still keeping the chest up forward, intensifying the stretch in through the ankles. If this is too much, no problem. Knees come back down. And you just breathe into the sensation you're creating today. You have those towels or blankets nearby, propping yourself up as you need to. We don't ever want to experience pain here. Maybe a little bit more intense of what you're sensing today, that's okay too. We're gonna work into the low body probably in a little bit different way than you're used to. Breathe. Eyes closed. A couple more breaths here, just settling in, giving those ankles, those feet a little bit of extra love. Good. We're gonna really slowly, really gently come out of this. So putting a little bit of weight into the hands, bringing the weight into the knees. Moving any of your blankets, your props out of the way. We're gonna come into a forward fold and we're gonna dangle a little bit. So you're gonna stand up really slowly. Feet are roughly hip width apart. Soften into the knees. And we're just gonna melt forward. You can walk the hands down the fronts of the legs. If you have the flexibility, hands can be on the floor, keeping the knees just a little bit soft here. You can hang Hands on the floor if you like. You can bring something to bring the floor up closer to you if you need. So utilizing that blanket, if you've got a book or a prop. If you want to place weight in the hands, fine. If you'd like, you're also welcome to grab opposite elbow. I want you to let the head hang heavy. Knees stay soft. And breathe. Close your eyes. And just notice here where you're feeling it. Opening into the back side of the body, good for the hamstrings here. Maybe feeling a little bit of warmth into the quads. Just a really nice counter posture from our ankle stretch. Tune into the breath in and out through the nose. Just a couple more breaths here today, working with your body. Last breath in and out through the nose. And just gently bend the knees and come all the way up to standing. We're gonna move next into a yogi squat. So depending on your anatomy, again, we're gonna use those towels or blankets, so having them close by. So having your feet about hip width apart, maybe wider. And so playing around with this and noticing what feels good to you. We're gonna bend the knees, hands down and in front. And for me, with my mobility, my heels, come up. So I'm going to place the towels underneath both heels. If your body is okay sitting down into the heels for you today, perfect, fantastic. I'm a little bit jealous, that's not the way my body moves, but this is what my posture is going to look like today so that I am able to relax into it. You can bring your hands to heart center if it feels good here. Having the hands down and in front. And I want you to breathe into this. Adjust your supports as you need to. Good. Finding what works, so maybe opening the feet up more. And I just want you to notice that your knees and your toes are facing the same direction. So we don't want anything going wild and crazy here. Still looking a little bit at alignment. Close down your eyes once you've found what works for you. And breathe. In through the nose. And out through the nose. Again, we aren't going to be here for terribly long. Just getting that opening. Really good for strengthening the ankles, opening in through the hips. Find stillness in the body and in the mind. Just a couple more breaths here. You guys are doing great today. Slowly shift the weight forward into the hands. If you're using props, just sliding them out of the way. And we're gonna come into that forward fold and dangle once more. So slowly straightening the legs. Keeping the knees soft and just allowing yourself to hang forward. Hands on the floor, if that works. Grabbing onto opposite elbows, if you like. Letting the head hang heavy. And just breathing here. A couple more breaths. Really nice release for this one. Gently supporting yourself up. Moving slow, slow. We're gonna be on our mat for the remainder of our practice today. Next, we're gonna come into a toe squat. So having those props nearby, if you need them. We're gonna start sitting on our heels with our feet together and just noticing how that feels for you. So you can put a towel underneath the feet, the knees if that's what you need. You can place that towel or that blanket in between if that feels good. What we're going to do next is shift our weight forward. We're gonna tuck all 10 toes underneath. So give those last 2 toes a little bit of love. Make sure your baby toe is tucked. We're gonna stay right here to start with. This can be really intense even right here. Lifting the chest, closing your eyes, and breathe. giving our feet, our toes a little bit of love and moving them in a way that we don't normally. If this is really intense, take breaks. So shift the weight forward. Release the feet if you need. Sit down, take a couple breaths. Really listen to your body. Come right back into the posture when you're ready. So again, we're gonna tuck the toes. Make sure that baby toe is included in the party. Sitting up tall and just breathing. Noticing the intensity, taking as many breaks as you need to today. Really working into the feet. We've got so many muscles, so many bones, so much going on in our feet. They are our foundation, so giving them a little bit of extra love today. A few more breaths here. Notice, where is your mind? Do you need to come back to your intention, your mantra, or your word? Breathing into intensity, releasing it, and finding your stillness. As we come out of this posture, we're gonna move really slowly, shifting the weight forward, untucking the toes, and we're gonna sit back on the heels. Ooh. Take a couple of breaths here. And notice the sensation in the lower body. Notice where you feel it. Is it just in the toes? Do you feel it in the ankles? Maybe in the lower parts of the legs? Just notice today. We're gonna go next into saddle, so we're already set up to begin with. But again, notice if you need towels for underneath the knees, underneath the ankles. What we are gonna do next is open up the feet slightly. And what we're going to do is just make sure the feet are fairly straight back. We're gonna sit down in between the heels, all the way back. If that doesn't work for you today, hey, guess what? We've got what we need right here. You can fold up one of those towels. Maybe two, depending on how high up your hips are, so you can sit down. We want to relax into this. We're gonna open in to the feet, the ankles here, really good for hip flexors and the spine. Staying right here if you feel sensation. If you'd like a little bit more, you're welcome to just listen to your body and move through a little bit deeper variation, little bit of weight in the hands if you're able to, and slowly reverse your way back. If you're able to lay all the way back today, fantastic. If you're not finding that level of intensity that you can still relax into. So we're never creating pain. A little bit of discomfort, maybe in some of these, that's okay. But you wanna make sure that you can breathe through it. In through the nose and out through the nose. So today, these postures can be done on a regular basis. You can come back and play this again, because you might not do them on your own, but just know if it's stuff that feels really good, 1-2 minutes is about right. A little bit longer if you can tolerate it, but always listening to your body. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose, and really settle into this. Notice where you're feeling it. Notice where you're holding on to tension, where you're holding on to resistance that's not serving you. Breathe into those spaces in the body. Let them soften. And allow yourself to let them go. Last few breaths here. You're doing great. Focusing inward with the eyes closed here, and just noticing how you feel. We're gonna reverse our way out, so walking the hands forward, shifting the weight forward, lifting the hips and moving your props out of the way if you've got them today. We're gonna move next into child's pose. So for me today, knees are gonna be wide. Knees can be together if you like. Arms can be stretched out in front of you. You always have the option to tuck the arms in beside you. Notice what feels good. So once you've got your edge, Breathing, settling in here. And let go. So wherever you're at, melting into your shape. You've got the arms extended out in front of you. Make sure that they're relaxed. Breathing into knees. With each exhale, just inviting the hips back towards the heels, never forcing, but just relaxing into this shape. So child's pose is going to be the pose we hold the longest today. So finding stillness. Releasing thoughts of the mind. Allowing yourself to be present. Releasing tension in the body. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose. And let go. Just soften and settle here. Check in with the muscles in your head and in your face. See if you can let go a little more. Relax the neck, the shoulders. Breathe down the arms and into the elbows. Relax your forearms, your wrists, and your hands. Breathe into your fingertips. Take a deep breath into your chest and let it be heavy. Soften in through the abdomen. And release into the hips, let go. Soften your glutes. Breathe down the fronts and the backs of your thighs. Let them be heavy. Let them be soft. Send the breath to the knees. Relax your ankles, calves, the tops and the bottoms of your feet. Breathe into your toes. Melt into this shape. Let go. A few more breaths here. When you're ready, slowly reversing your way out. You're gonna shift your weight forward. We're gonna come down into a tummy down savasana today. Stacking the palms, forehead down. And let go. So here, with your forehead down on the floor, releasing completely into your savasana today. We're gonna do tummy down savasana for time's sake. I'm gonna walk you through a little bit of a relaxation here. So with the eyes closed, melting into the floor and letting go. Breathe in through the top of the head. And as you exhale, relax all the muscles in your head, in your face. Tongue comes down from the roof of your mouth. Breathe relaxation through the neck and the shoulders, through the arms, elbows, forearms, hands, and fingertips. Breathe in through the top of the head. As you exhale, relax the chest and the abdomen, the hips, the glutes, the thighs, front and back, knees, calves, ankles, feet and toes. Breathe in through the top of the head. And melt. Find stillness. And breathe. Slowly bring some movement into the body. Take your time. When you're ready, making your way to a seated position. Spine nice and long. With the eyes closed, again, notice how you feel. You can bring hands to heart center if you like. Sealing in your practice for today and maybe coming back to your intention, your word, or your mantra. Gently opening the eyes, being present to your surroundings. Thank you so much for joining me to take care of your low body on your mat today. Have a fabulous day. If you follow along to the end of this video, please subscribe. Reach out to me with questions if you're looking for any corporate, any individual yoga sessions. I'm happy to help. Have a fabulous rest of your day. Namaste.